Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to World of Tanks. Now, before we get into things, the salt mine was in full production today. So, again, we have the salt sensor up. I should probably just turn the salty language filter on in game, but people know how to bypass that. And I really don't feel like getting kicked off Twitch or YouTube, so the salt sensor is up for now. So let's get into things. We are on Mountain Pass in the Lorraine 40t, and this is going to be a great personal game, but a not so great game overall, if that makes sense, right? So at the start of the game, we're going to go for a bit of an alternative play. We're going to try and get to the D6 area via dropping off the bridge. Good and bad idea. You get in that position to get that cross going, assuming people go up the 9 line and actually push forward enough to get across. Doesn't always work so well, but it's worth a try most of the time. And you generally want to do this in a faster tank because if anyone spots you up crossing the bridge, there's usually TDs on their ridge and you'll probably get clapped. Or if they have faster tanks that go down ice road, you'll get clapped if no one else comes to help. So when you drop off here, you want to be very careful that you go between some rocks and actually slide down the ledge, because if you don't, it's pretty much like driving off a ledge and you will take a ton of damage. So you want to slide down here, slide down here. Optional could take a bit of damage, but you're good. So we run into the 5E first, we put one in, put a second one in, and we notice that the Lynx is coming up behind us. Now, I don't want him spamming HE in the back of me, so we're going to keep an eye out. Thankfully, our team is pushing up to kind of start help with that cross. This 5-1 really wants me. But here comes our EBR to deal with him, so that lets us focus on the 5-1. I put another one in, he puts another one in. And at this point, you're probably yelling at me for having premium loaded. Yell away, I don't care. I was expecting to come across the Conqueror, and to deal with the Conqueror, I wanted the gold loaded. I know they don't have the greatest of hull armor, but I really wanted to deal with them. So, Artie deals with the 5-1, our Basante deals with the Lynx, and we're going to push up. We know there's an IS-3, and we find a Scorpion G. Now we're almost loaded, and I want this guy. This is a dangerous gun to have in the game. I want him gone. I'm going to risk some hit points to remove this guy from the match. Put one in, two in. He's trying to run. That third one in, and a wild 130 appears. Now thankfully he didn't have the depression to get in a shot, or that could have potentially been game over for me. Now my team's moving up, but we have lost the south pretty much. Well, we haven't lost it yet, but we are losing it rapidly. One of our already sees what's going on, and he's hightailing it out. He knows that the end is near. He doesn't want any part of that, so he's noping out. Looks like we've got an AFK Progetto at base. We have a Ferdinand trying to get shots in. We find the 130, and the IS-3 finally. I have no idea where that shot went. Maybe it hit the gun of the dead Scorp. But I want to try and finish him off. But the IS-3 covers him. So I'm going to pull back and go for reload. Now I see that the 121's coming. Because you got to have that map awareness. You got to look at the map once in a while and see what's going on. So I figured I'll cover the Artie. You know, where he's going, he's probably not going to get any shots. But, you know, keeping a gun in the battle, to me, is a good thing. You know, one extra gun, he could potentially shotgun someone, could be a game winner. I've seen it happen. So I'm trying to keep him in. So I push back down because I think we've got 5 guys up there. They should easily be able to go and overrun the cap. So I'm going to go deal with the 120. But I run another Progetto. He puts one in, puts another in. And I know he's got a faster intro clip, so I'm getting out of there. Get the commander of action, and I see that the BC's going for it. Yeah, and he went a little too hard. That dude all in. Here comes the 121. I bounce, which was a terrible bounce. I've got 3 left and 1 in the chamber. He's pushing. I don't think there's time to reload. So the best I think I can do is slow them down. We have 5 people at cap. So I figure if I can slow these guys down, if they 3 cap, we got this in the bag. 5 people in cap. I'm going to remind you of that a few times. 5 people in cap. We have 3 capping. Now we have 2 capping. I don't know why. Here comes the 1-2-1. The UDES is pushing up to try and stall people from getting back. Our Canon doesn't want to get in cap. Our C45 doesn't want to go help cap. Even our Artie is in cap. Now, had we had just one person drive into that cap circle, this would have been a completely different outcome. But nobody wanted to for some reason. I don't know why. It would have been an instant win right here if somebody had just dropped in cap. But here comes the 1-2-1 in the Progetto, and reset. Our Progetto woke up at base, but it looks like they're getting taken down by the Conqueror and the Emile. 2 really strong, held down tanks. What are you going to do against them, right? And now everyone's falling. He already tried his best. The UDES deals with the ISM. Thankfully, the Progetto bounces, and I'm pretty sure he's dry, but nobody all in for him. The UDES tries, but he can't do it. The C45 calls out that he's reloading. I'm going to pause it here for a second. The C45 was in it for himself. Plain and simple. He wanted his damage, he wanted his kills. He didn't want to play for the team, he was playing for himself. Now, I don't know if he was 3-marking or trying to get some marks. I don't know. If he was trying to do a mission, I have no idea. But from where I stand and what I watched, he was in it for himself. The UDES was perfectly capable of blocking people from coming up that path. He could have gone and slipped into the cap. I mean, any of them could have. The Canon or him. But they didn't. Now, when the UDES went down, the Basante was calling out a reload. Now, he's got 949 hit points. He could have taken a hit, because I'm pretty sure that 46 was dry. Even if he didn't do that, he could have still gone down the hill and rammed him. Anything would have been better than just sitting back and worrying about getting some damage and some kills. So, let's keep going. Even still, he's not going after him. He's not pushing the guy who is dry. He's probably got like a, 12, 13 second reload till he gets just 1 in the chamber. But the C45 is just worried about sitting on top of that hill and getting his damage and kills. Now in chat, he is very salty at the team for not winning, which I don't understand, because all he had to do was look at the map and turn around. He could have parked in the cap, he could have rammed that Progetto. There's any number of things that he could have done to help us win. Now, I'm not out to shame the guy, I'm just pointing out that you have to be in a team game for the team. You know, I understand there's people who do missions, there's people who do marking and stuff like that, but when you're playing a team game, try to be in it for the team, not just yourself. You know, if you're in it for yourself, it's just going to be a bad time for everyone. You know, because we easily had this one. All he had to do was back up into the cap, and it would have been one. Or he could have rammed the Progetto to help the UDES, and they could have gone back to at least, I'm going to pause it here before it ends, to at least try and help defend the cap. You know, anything would have been better than nothing. Or even they could have even started 2 capping to potentially beat out the enemy team capping, because they were still dealing with the Ferdinand and the Progetto. But that didn't happen. And it is what it is. What do you do, right? You can't force people to play how you want. You know, I'm not paying this guy's premium time. I'm not buying his premium tank, so I have zero right to tell him how to play the game. But in my honest opinion, you have to play for the team. Even if the team doesn't play for you, try and play for the team. You know, it's a team game. It's the basic point of the team, is to try and play for the team, with the team, as a team. But with all that said, let's go take a look at the after action report. So, here we are. Top of the team. I don't know why. What's going on here? Oh, this is being funny. Not top of the team. He took top of the team because he was more worried about his damage and his kills. We did a meaty almost 3,000 damage. We tried. We did what we could to hold them up. It wasn't enough. Sometimes you can play the best possible game and it just won't be enough. And it happens. This should have been a win, though, in my opinion. That's all there is to it. We hit most of our shots. We penned most of our shots. We took a lot of damage. Maybe taking that hit from that scorpion wasn't the best of ideas. But to me, eliminating a dangerous gun like that, probably, you know, a good thing to do. We spent a lot on premium. So we didn't make quite as much. But again, I thought I was going to run into the Conqueror, so I did what I thought was the best. We come out with a good bit of experience, and all in all, still a good game. Lots of fun. We lost, it happens. But I think people just have to worry more about working as a team than worrying about their own stats. And this isn't to shame the guy, you know, maybe the guy was tunneling, I don't know. But 2 seconds to look at the map and say, okay, no one else is getting in that cap. If I drop in, we win, you know. Or even to push around and prevent the 1-2-1. Is it 1-2-1 or 120? 1-2-1 from resetting or ramming the Progetto and getting in cap what the U does. That's all it would have taken. But it is what it is. It happens. We move on. We go to the next game. And that's all there is to it. So, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe. If you didn't, leave a comment, leave your feedback. Any feedback is good feedback. Even if it's negative feedback, I will take it and I will work with it. And feel free to check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/originalgrubby and hit that follow button to be notified whenever I go live, and come cheer on the Ultimate Scrub Lord. And with that said, I will catch you in the next one. Have yourselves a great day and see you later.